Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When it comes to relationships, attraction, and the way a man's mind works, there's a formula. There's a way to make a man think about you all night long. And it's not what you might expect. See, most people think it's about looks, but I'm here to tell you, it's deeper than that. It's about how you make him feel. A man thinks about how you make him feel, not just how you look. When it comes to relationships, attraction, and what truly captures a man's mind, most people assume it's all about physical appearance. They believe that if a woman looks a certain way, wears the right outfit, or has the perfect body, a man will be hooked. But let me tell you something. While attraction plays a role, it is not the thing that keeps a man up at night thinking about you. What truly matters is how you make him feel when he is around you. That is the secret to leaving a lasting impact on a man's mind. Men, just like women, are emotional beings, even if they don't always show it the same way. The difference is, men are often not as in tune with their emotions or as expressive about them. But one thing is for sure, a man will always remember how a woman made him feel. If being around you makes him feel like the best version of himself, if your presence brings him peace, excitement, or admiration, then you will stay on his mind long after you're gone. A beautiful face may catch his eye, but it's the feeling of being valued, understood, and appreciated that will capture his heart and mind. Think about this. Have you ever seen a man completely captivated by a woman who isn't the most physically stunning in the room? You wonder, what does she have that's making him so drawn to her? It's her energy, her confidence, her ability to make him feel something special. She brings out something in him that no one else does. Maybe it's the way she listens to him when he speaks, the way she makes him laugh effortlessly, or how she carries herself with grace and certainty. That is what sticks with a man. When a woman makes a man feel respected, appreciated, and admired, he will think about her constantly. A man wants to feel like a protector, a provider, a leader in a relationship. That doesn't mean he wants to control or dominate. No, what it means is that he wants to feel needed and valued in a way that makes him step up to be a better version of himself. When a woman brings out this feeling in a man, it is powerful. He will crave her presence because she makes him feel like he matters. It's not about boosting his ego in a superficial way. It's not about constantly showering him with compliments or agreeing with everything he says. No, it's deeper than that. It's about making him feel seen. It's about being someone he can confide in without judgment. It's about giving him the space to be vulnerable without making him feel weak. When a man feels emotionally safe around a woman, when he knows that he can share his dreams, fears, and insecurities without feeling less of a man, she becomes unforgettable to him. Men are naturally drawn to what feels good. They chase after what gives them a sense of fulfillment, whether it's their career, their passions, or a relationship that adds value to their life. If a woman becomes a source of inspiration, peace, and positivity in his life, he won't be able to stop thinking about her. Even if he's busy, even if he's surrounded by distractions, his mind will keep circling back to her because of how she makes him feel. Attraction that lasts is never just about looks. Beauty fades, trends change, but emotions are powerful. A man may forget what you wore or how you styled your hair, but he will never forget the way his heart raced when you laughed at his jokes, the warmth he felt when you encouraged him, or the way he missed you when you weren't around. That is what keeps him up at night. That is what makes him crave your presence. Because at the end of the day, what truly matters is how you make him feel. Confidence and self-worth are more attractive than chasing after someone. Mystery and grace keep a man intrigued long after you've left the room. There is something undeniably powerful about a woman who knows her worth. When a woman carries herself with confidence, it speaks louder than any words she could say. It is not about arrogance or trying to prove anything to anyone. True confidence comes from within. It is a quiet, unshakable belief that you are valuable, that you deserve respect, and that you do not have to chase after anyone to be loved. That kind of confidence is magnetic. It makes people, especially men, take notice without you even trying. When a woman chases after a man, constantly calling, texting, or trying too hard to prove she is worthy of his attention, she unknowingly gives away her power. A man will not value what is given too easily. It is human nature to appreciate what we have to work for. That does not mean playing games or pretending to be someone you are not, but it does mean understanding your own value and not settling for less than you deserve. When you chase, you are telling a man that his approval is more important than your own self-respect. But when you stand firm in your worth, when you let him come to you, he sees you differently. He sees you as someone special, someone he has to rise up to meet. Men are drawn to women who exude confidence, who don't beg for attention but naturally command it. They admire women who are secure in themselves, who have their own passions, goals, and interests. A woman who is focused on her own growth and happiness becomes infinitely more attractive. She doesn't need a man to complete her. She is already complete on her own. And that is what makes a man want to be part of her world. It is not about needing him. It is about choosing him. That distinction changes everything. Beyond confidence, there is another quality that keeps a man's mind locked on you long after you have left the room: mystery. There is an art to not giving everything away too soon. People are naturally curious about what they don't fully understand. When a woman leaves a little bit of mystery, when she doesn't reveal every detail about herself right away, she becomes intriguing. She makes a man want to know more, want to dig deeper. That's what keeps him thinking about her when he is alone at night. Mystery does not mean being distant or playing hard to get in a way that feels forced. It simply means holding back just enough to make him want to earn more of your time and attention. It means not always being available at his every call, not always answering instantly, and not always revealing every thought or feeling the moment it comes up. It is about pacing things in a way that makes the connection grow naturally rather than giving everything away too soon. When a man has to work to uncover different layers of who you are, he stays engaged. Grace is another quality that leaves a lasting impression. A woman who carries herself with grace knows how to handle situations with poise and self-respect. She does not react emotionally to every little thing. She knows when to walk away from drama instead of getting pulled into it. She knows how to maintain her standards without being rude or harsh. This kind of energy is rare, and when a man sees it, he won't forget it. A woman who combines confidence, mystery, and grace is unforgettable. She does not have to chase after a man because she knows her presence alone is enough to keep him thinking about her. He sees that she is different from the rest. She is someone he can't quite figure out yet, someone who challenges him, someone who makes him feel something he hasn't felt before. That is what keeps a man intrigued, what makes him replay every conversation, every glance, every moment shared with her. Because at the end of the day, it's not about trying to make a man want you. It's about being the kind of woman he can't help but want. If he's truly interested, he will make the effort. No excuses. Presence matters more than words. Leave an impression without overdoing it. The right man will recognize your value. You don't have to convince him. When a man is genuinely interested in you, there will be no confusion, no mixed signals, and no need for you to question where you stand. Men are wired to pursue what they truly want. If he sees value in you, he will show it through his actions. He will call, text, and make time for you no matter how busy he is. He will want to be around you, want to know how your day was, and want to be part of your life. If a man is not doing these things, the truth is simple. He is not as interested as you might hope. And that is okay, because the right man will never leave you feeling uncertain. Too often, women make excuses for men who are inconsistent. They tell themselves he's just busy, he's not good at texting, or he needs time to figure things out. But the reality is, when a man wants something, he finds a way to make it happen. If he's truly interested, he won't risk losing you by being careless with your feelings. He won't take days to respond to a message or only reach out when it's convenient for him. He will make an effort, not because you begged him to, but because he wants to. A woman should never have to chase after a man or try to convince him to see her worth. If he doesn't see it on his own, then he is not the right one. What truly leaves an impact is presence. The way you carry yourself, the way you engage with people, and the energy you bring into a room speak louder than any words you could say. A woman who knows how to be present in the moment, who listens more than she speaks, and who radiates a calm confidence is unforgettable. Men are naturally drawn to women who make them feel something deeper than surface-level attraction. It's not just about looking good. It's about the feeling you leave behind after you've walked away. A woman who knows how to be fully present doesn't need to try too hard to impress anyone. She doesn't feel the need to constantly prove herself or overshare in an attempt to keep someone's attention. Instead, she understands the power of simply being. When a woman is secure in herself, when she's comfortable with silence, when she allows a conversation to flow naturally without forcing it, she becomes more intriguing. She lets a man wonder about her instead of giving everything away too soon. The right man will recognize this kind of energy immediately. He won't need to be convinced that you are valuable. He won't need to be persuaded to treat you right. He will see your worth because he is the kind of man who understands what a good woman brings to the table. You don't have to fight for his attention or prove why you deserve love. He will already know. And that is the difference between a man who is just passing time and a man who is truly ready for something real. A woman who stands firm in her self-worth doesn't waste time on men who don't see her value. She doesn't lower her standards just to keep someone around. She knows that love should never feel like a battle to be won. It should never feel like something you have to chase. When you are with the right person, everything flows naturally. There is no doubt, no confusion, no waiting around for someone to decide if you're worth it. The right man will make it clear through his actions, and that clarity is priceless. A man thinks about how you make him feel, not just how you look. Confidence and self-worth are more attractive than chasing after someone. Mystery and grace keep a man intrigued long after you've left the room. If he's truly interested, he will make the effort. No excuses. A woman's presence in a man's life is not defined by how she looks, but by the emotions she brings out in him. Beauty may catch his eye, but the way he feels when he is around her is what stays in his mind long after she's gone. A man is naturally drawn to what makes him feel good, what inspires him, and what gives him a sense of peace and excitement at the same time. If a woman makes him feel respected, admired, and valued, he will always think about her. It is not about saying the perfect things or always agreeing with him. It is about creating an emotional connection that he doesn't want to lose. That connection is built through how she carries herself, how she engages with him, and how she remains a presence in his mind without forcing it. Confidence is one of the most powerful traits a woman can have. A woman who knows her worth does not beg for attention, does not chase, and does not settle for anything less than what she deserves. Men are naturally attracted to women who stand firm in their value, who do not need to prove anything to anyone, and who move through life with purpose. When a woman is confident, it shows in the way she walks, the way she speaks, and the way she handles herself in any situation. That kind of energy cannot be ignored. It makes a man want to be around her, not because she is demanding his attention, but because she is a force that draws him in effortlessly. When a woman is secure in who she is, she becomes magnetic. Beyond confidence, there is an element of mystery that keeps a man intrigued. A woman who does not reveal everything at once, who allows a man to discover different sides of her over time, remains unforgettable. Men are naturally drawn to what they cannot fully figure out. A woman who holds back just enough, who does not always say everything she is thinking, and who maintains a sense of independence keeps a man want more. She does not overshare her emotions too quickly. She does not rush to define things before they are ready, and she does not allow herself to be too available. This does not mean playing games. It means knowing the value of patience and allowing a man to earn deeper levels of connection with her. A woman who is both graceful and mysterious makes a man work for her attention, and that effort strengthens his interest. Attraction means nothing without action. If a man is truly interested, he will make the effort. There will be no excuses, no confusion, and no wondering if he cares. A man who wants you in his life will move mountains to be there. He will not leave you guessing, he will not be inconsistent, and he will not make you feel like an option. When a man truly values a woman, he does everything in his power to keep her close. He will reach out first, he will make plans, and he will be consistent in his actions. If a woman ever finds herself in a position where she has to convince a man to stay, she is already wasting her time. The right man will recognize her worth without needing to be told. A woman who understands these truths never has to chase love. She does not wait around for a man to see her value because she already knows it herself. She moves with confidence, carries herself with grace, keeps an air of mystery, and never begs for effort. That is what makes a man think about her all night, not because she forced herself into his mind, but because she became someone he cannot forget. A man thinks about how you make him feel, not just how you look. Confidence and self-worth are more attractive than chasing after someone. Mystery and grace keep a man intrigued long after you've left the room. If he's truly interested, he will make the effort, no excuses. Presence matters more than words. Leave an impression without overdoing it. A man may be initially drawn to a woman's appearance, but it is the way she makes him feel that keeps her in his mind. Looks alone do not create a lasting impact. Connection does. A woman who can make a man feel respected, admired, and appreciated becomes someone he cannot forget. When a man is with a woman who inspires him, who challenges him in the best way, and who makes him feel understood, he will always come back to her. It is not about pretending to be someone you are not or trying too hard to impress him. It is about being the kind of person who naturally draws others in with her presence. A woman who understands this does not chase attention, she commands it effortlessly. Confidence is a key factor in this. A woman who knows her worth never has to beg for love or validation. She moves through life with certainty, knowing that she does not need anyone's approval to feel valuable. This kind of energy is undeniable. Men are naturally drawn to women who stand firm in who they are, who have their own dreams and goals, and who do not compromise their self-respect for the sake of keeping someone interested. Confidence is not about arrogance. It is about knowing that you are enough just as you are. When a woman carries herself with this level of assurance, she becomes unforgettable. A man does not forget the woman who taught him what self-worth looks like. Mystery plays a big role in attraction. A woman who does not reveal everything about herself too soon keeps a man intrigued. When there is something left to discover, a man's interest remains engaged. He wants to know more, to peel back the layers, to uncover different sides of her. This is why the most captivating women are the ones who allow things to unfold naturally. They do not rush to explain everything about themselves or demand instant emotional intimacy. They let things happen at their own pace. This kind of patience and grace makes a man want to keep coming back, to keep learning more, to keep wondering what makes her so different. But none of this matters if a man is not willing to put in the effort. A woman should never have to force someone to see her value. A man who is truly interested will make the effort without being asked. He will call, he will text, he will make plans, and he will be consistent. If he is not doing these things, then the message is clear. He is not truly invested. Women waste too much time trying to decode mixed signals, trying to justify why a man is not showing up the way he should. The truth is simple. When a man cares, he shows it. There is no need for convincing or chasing. A woman who knows her worth does not wait around for a man to decide whether she is valuable enough to pursue. She already knows her own worth, and if he does not recognize it, then he is not the one. Presence is everything. The way a woman carries herself, the energy she brings into a room, and the way she makes people feel matter more than anything she says. A woman who knows how to be fully present, who listens, who engages, and who remains calm and confident is someone who leaves a lasting impression. She does not need to talk too much or try too hard. She simply exists in a way that is undeniable. A man does not forget the way she made him feel, the way she made him think differently, or the way her presence alone changed the energy of a room. This is the kind of woman who stays on his mind long after she is gone. A man thinks about how you make him feel, not just how you look. Confidence and self-worth are more attractive than chasing after someone. Mystery and grace keep a man intrigued long after you've left the room. If he's truly interested, he will make the effort, no excuses. Presence matters more than words. Leave an impression without overdoing it. The right man will recognize your value. You don't have to convince him. A man's deepest thoughts about a woman are rarely about her appearance alone. Beauty may be what catches his attention, but it is the way she makes him feel that lingers in his mind. Men, like women, crave emotional connection, even if they do not always express it in the same way. When a woman makes a man feel strong, valued, and respected, she becomes unforgettable. She is not just someone he sees, she is someone he feels. When a man finds himself thinking about how good he feels around a woman, how inspired or at ease he is in her presence, she stays on his mind long after she is gone. Confidence is one of the strongest forces of attraction. A woman who knows her worth does not beg for attention or force herself into a man's life. She does not chase, she attracts. Men are drawn to women who are secure in who they are, who have their own goals, and who do not settle for less than they deserve. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room or demanding recognition. It is about walking with a quiet strength that speaks for itself. A woman who values herself is magnetic. She does not need to convince a man to notice her because her energy alone makes her stand out. She does not over-explain, does not overcompensate, and does not apologize for who she is. That kind of certainty is impossible to ignore. Mystery is another powerful tool in attraction. A woman who reveals everything too quickly leaves nothing for a man to discover. The most captivating women are those who let things unfold naturally. They do not rush emotional intimacy or demand instant validation. They allow a man to wonder, to be curious, to feel like he is slowly uncovering different sides of them. Men are naturally drawn to what they cannot fully understand. When a woman holds back just enough, when she lets a man earn her trust rather than giving everything away at once, she becomes someone he cannot stop thinking about. She is not predictable, she is intriguing. She is not desperate for attention, she commands it effortlessly. A man who is truly interested will put in the effort. There will be no need to analyze his behavior, no confusion, and no excuses. A man who cares will reach out, will plan dates, will be consistent. Too many women waste time trying to justify why a man is not stepping up, convincing themselves that he is just busy or not good at expressing himself. But the truth is simple. When a man wants you in his life, he makes sure you know it. The difference between a man who is just entertaining the idea of you and a man who is truly invested is in his actions. Love does not require force. A woman should never have to beg for effort. Presence is everything. The way a woman carries herself, the way she engages with the world, and the energy she brings into a room leave a stronger impact than anything she says. A woman who is fully present in every moment, who listens, who moves with intention, leaves an unforgettable impression. She does not need to prove anything. She simply exists in a way that people remember. A man may forget what she wore. He may forget the words she spoke, but he will never forget the way she made him feel in her presence. That is what keeps him up at night, replaying every glance, every moment, every spark. A woman who knows her value never wastes time convincing a man to see it. The right man will recognize her worth without hesitation. She does not need to fight for love because love that is real does not require a battle. A man who is ready for something real will not make her question where she stands. He will step up, not because she asks, but because he knows she is worth it. And when a man truly sees a woman's value, she is not just someone he desires. She is someone he never wants to lose.